What's going on, Flix Talkers? Welcome back to another movie review. This time for Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, aka Mission Impossible 8. If you guys have made it this far, please let me know in the comments below. What is your favorite Mission Impossible to date, and do you plan to see this new one? Have you already seen it? Let me know your thoughts all in the comments down below. And before we get into it, make sure to hit that big thumbs up to show love to the channel, and consider subscribing today for more reviews like this, movie reactions, and movie rankings here on the channel. All right, so I just left the theater over 3 hours because we're including these long ass trailers that have Coke commercials and Nicole Kidman talking about AMC. I really hate that shit. They need to cut that out, man. No commercials. I'm not watching TV. But I am a huge Mission Impossible fan, and these movies go so hard with the action, the excitement, the thrilling subject nature, and the dramatics. So now we have what is told to be the final installment, The Final Reckoning. We'll see. I know somehow big Hollywood's gonna try to make more money off of this, but The Final Reckoning is the second part in The Dead Reckoning, which only came out a few years ago, and honestly, that one I had some gripes with. And just like the last one, guys, that one having about a runtime of 2 hours and 43 minutes, this one has a runtime of 2 hours and 51 minutes. So please clear your bladder, sit on an ice pack, because your ass is gonna be sore if you're not sitting in some comfy seats. Now, if you're like me, guys, you're here for the impossible mission at hand, and it gets laid out, and I'm not going to try to act like I know what the hell they're talking about, because I really don't. There's a lot of technical jargon thrown at you. There's talk about AI. There's talks about World War III. There's talks about the entity. There's a lot of things thrown out there that is very like sci-fi, but it's also very realistic, as they are talking about modern warfare stuff. And this AI aspect, this angle that they went with, I was kind of on board with it, because once again, I mean, we see the rise of AI now. I mean, check out Google Veo 3 to have your mind blown. AI is here to take over and here to stay.
The microfilm is in your ticket.
They're watching the north exit. Use the service tunnel.
So that being said, guys, I was really on board for this. Now, once the movie started, we got right into the action. Then when that kind of peaked, we dipped down for crazy exposition and a lot of unnecessary scenes, I am sad to say. There's a lot of these characters that I grew to love throughout the franchise, and we don't spend that much time with them. Instead, we get shimmied in these new characters, and the old characters get pushed by the wayside, and some of them are supposed to have these elaborate emotional scenes that I didn't even feel. This is the last movie. You gotta make me feel something. And there is about 3 emotional big scenes, guys, that they were trying to bring the waterworks, and sadly, I did not even tear up. Most of you guys know I'm a Pisces. I tear up at everything. Now, when this movie hit its highs, and I'm talking about the action, oh damn, man, especially the hand-to-hand combat. There's a scene in a submarine with Tom Cruise, and man, you know what? For however old Tom Cruise is, he looks fantastic, man. You guys can call him weird all you want. This guy is the only one doing his stunts really like this nowadays. And then, of course, the jaw drop moment, which all of you guys saw. I don't know why they released this information early too. I get it, to sell the movie. But if you've seen some of the featurettes with the plane, there's like a yellow plane he's hanging off of. That is the climactic, jaw-dropping third act moment that has me like, this is why I'm a Mission Impossible fan. Forget all that extra filler, man. Trim all that down. Someone give me a part 1 and part 2, this Final Reckoning, without all the added nonsense. Just the exciting action that we all know and love. Now we get to spend some time with Madame President, played by Angela Bassett, as the president. So I don't know what angle they were going. I don't know if they thought that Kamala Harris was going to win or something, but they spent a lot of time with her here, and rightfully so, because her character is the leader of the free world, and there's a lot of World War III issues at hand. So we spent a lot of time in the war room, so to speak, that I could definitely appreciate, but I know that a modern audience is not going to sit down for over 3 hours plus trailers to really let all of this digest. They just want an action-packed movie like they've gotten from every other Tom Cruise movie in the last 20 years. And I really don't blame them, man. I mean, summer is here. It's pretty much here for movies. And we need these blockbuster movies to hit to save the theaters, guys. This is dropping the same weekend as Lilo and Stitch, and that's slated to do way more money than this movie. Now, the way I'm talking about this movie, you guys probably think I hated it. No. Not my favorite in the series. Don't get me wrong. It is not my favorite in the series, but it is still an enjoyable watch. And I know I didn't say anything really cohesive or fluid at all whatsoever. I'm just letting my action thoughts pour out as once again, I just left the theater. But kudos to Tom Cruise. Kudos to Simon Pegg. Kudos to Luther, man. Kudos to Ving Rhames for sticking it out in this franchise that we know and love. And like I had said, $400 million. Does it look like a $400 million movie, guys? No. The answer is no. It looks like the same budget as the last movie, and that was about 100 and some million shy of this one. But long story short, all in all, if you're a Mission Impossible fan, I think this is going to be a fun one for you guys. They do a great montage in the beginning of all of the Mission Impossible movies, and I was actually very, very excited. I had to look over at my wife, Laura, and go, this is what we're here for, girl. This is how we're wrapping it all up with a pretty bow and shoving it into the audience's faces. And I think even if you hadn't seen the last movie, guys, they do so much recap and just talk about the last movie that you for sure will know what the hell they're trying to do in this one. Now, before I go, I want to talk about Gabriel, our main baddie. I like this bad guy a lot, man. He was introduced in the last movie, and he's someone that works with the AI, the main problem for world domination, and he really does play a fun, wacky James Bond type of villain. Like I said, wait for that third act with the plane. You guys are gonna be like, this is all worth it. So all that being said, guys, I think I'm gonna give Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning a solid 4 out of 5, man. I don't know if I can give these movies really a bad score, guys. They tried their best, and they really do put the money where it counts. And even some of the side characters you kind of care about, they are trying. And that's what I want to see from a movie, especially an action movie, is that people try. So you guys let me know in the comments below, do you guys plan to watch this final Mission Impossible film? We'll see if it's the final one. Or if you guys plan to pass on it completely, let me know once again in the comments below. Before you guys leave, hit that big thumbs up to show love to the channel and consider subscribing today for more. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm gone. Peace.